There is a Christian principle that I know Father Braxton has preached about a couple of times and that I have mentioned once or twice over the last year, and that is this idea that God provides. Y'all have heard that before, haven't you? God provides. And in the first reading today, we encounter the widow and what's she doing? She's running out, isn't she? She's running out of flour, and she's running out of oil, and she's running out of hope. And she has established in her mind that this is it. She's going to die. Her and her son together are going to be dead within a few days. And then she encounters the prophet. And he says, bring me, you heard the story. Bring me a little something to drink. Bring me a cake. And do not be afraid. God provides. What was it that she was afraid she was going to run out of? Oil and flour, right? Can you imagine any more basic necessities than that? What are you going to run out of? What are you concerned about running out of? I think that perhaps many of you are worried about running out of patience with a difficult situation in your life. You're worried about running out of hope. You're worried about running out of the ability to deal with that ache or that pain or the challenge that you've faced over and over and over again. And I'm going to say to you what Elijah said to the widow. Do not be afraid. And I'm going to remind you of something that Father Braxton has said and that I have said a few times, a fundamental Christian principle, a disposition that we should have in our heart and carry with us. And that principle is God provides. I think our problem so often is, and I speak for myself, we want God to provide us things He's not interested in providing for us. God wants us to have a fundamental hope in our eternal future, life. This faith, this kind of reality that colors every other thing, that God wins, that in the end our body, which surely will die, will be resurrected. That God provides that faith, that hope, that eternal reality, and that we live our lives colored by that truth. And yes, I know if you're running out of money, or you're running out of flour, or you're running out of oil, or you're running out of patience, that's a real ache. God provides. I was, as many of you all have heard probably far too many times, I'm still trying to get through the Divine Mercy autobiography. And the other day, the passage talked about how Jesus wants us to ask, that He is disappointed when we ask for too little, that there is this abundance that God wants to provide for us, and that we often are afraid to ask. My brothers and sisters, again, we have to be very careful about expecting or demanding God to provide for us things that He's not interested in providing, and to figure out what it is that He wants to provide for us. hope, faith, love, perseverance, generosity, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. God provides. And so we have the example of our widow who's running out of flour and running out of oil. Not many of you are running out of food. Our problem is not having too little food, it's having too much food. But what is it that you are running out of? Figure out if that's what God wants you to have. And remember, God desires to provide for us. Do not be afraid. God provides. Jesus, I trust in you.